If you're a Texas landowner and you're interested in improving the quality of the genetics on your ranch, you can contact me at deerandwildlifestories.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show where today's Deer and Wildlife Stories comes to you from a really special place. A year ago right now was living hell here, and the reason why is because Hurricane Harvey dumped 50 inches of rain on this deer farm. Most deer farmers would have packed it in and said the hell with it, but not the crew here. The crew here stuck it out. They persevered, and they've got some unbelievably beautiful deer. And the best thing about it, it wasn't done by a man. It was done by a woman, and we'll introduce you to her right now.
Hi, my name is Keith Warren.
Don't you dare believe them not 1 minute. My name is Keith Warren, and these impersonators are trying to take my job. Today, we're at Blue Creek Whitetails down on the Texas coast, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple of knuckleheads.
As a deer hunter, I want to know all I can about America's favorite big game animal. That's why I became a deer farmer. Without deer farms, we lose our greatest resource for research and whitetail management. With them, we gain more knowledge than ever before. Join me as we discover the truth about whitetails and meet those who work every day to preserve this great species for future generations. My name is Keith Warren, and this is Deer and Wildlife Stories.
This is actually my first time to ever visit Blue Creek Whitetails, and I'm really not surprised when I take a look at it how flat this country is. You see, we're only about 30 miles as the crow flies from the Gulf of Mexico. It's August, and down on the Texas coast, fortunately we have not had a hurricane hit us in a long time. That is until last year. And that's when Hurricane Harvey hit, and it tore this place up.
Deer farmers go through a lot of trial and error, good days and bad days. And this time last year, we should have been filming the show, but instead we were right in the path of Harvey. It took a toll on us. It was devastating to have to go out into your pens every day and pick up a deer. Oh.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm not, I'm just trying not to cry.
It's okay to cry. It's okay.
We went through about 4 days of just consistent rain. Every now and then it would let up enough for us to get out there and put out some feed, but we knew we couldn't fully feed them because the feed would just get wet. Being in an industry like this is such a blessing. The amount of people we had come out, or even just call us and offer help or offer prayers, I think that's what helped push us through this whole process. We lost a lot of deer, but we never lost sight of our end goal, and that is to keep these deer alive and healthy as much as we can. And we tried really hard to do that, and we succeeded. You know, we can't save everything, but we saved who we could. The first person I called, and I'd been talking to him every day, was Tim Condit. I called him the day after the storm ended, and I just said, look, I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss, can you come help me? And about 4 hours later, he showed up, and so did Madison Mitchner and his staff, and they stayed out here with us for about a week and helped us so much. We actually learned a lot from them in the process, and that was a blessing.
The Deer Farming Channel is brought to you in part by Record Rack Deer and Elk Feeds. Viewer feedback is presented by Protect the Harvest, Protect the Hunt.
All right, this one is from a viewer by the name of Janet. I really don't think that she's a viewer, and it's kind of long, but please listen to it. They came to me on Facebook. It says, hunters are habitual criminals in the eyes of God as they continue to commit crimes against nature. Animals have every right to live and enjoy a fully rewarding, healthy life as you do. Killing animals should be criminal, and I'm grateful to groups like the World Wildlife Fund for helping protect animals from hunters. I don't expect a reply or even an acknowledgement that I sent this, as your cold, brutal heart cares less for animals. Janet, I think, give me a break. How can you say that after watching our show, after watching what's going on here, after watching bottle feeding baby deer? We love these animals more than you do, I guarantee you. Every hunter I know has a relationship, it's a love relationship with animals and with nature and with what we have to take care of. And I think it's people like you that you need to get out to a deer farm. You need to get out and spend some time with a hunter. You need to find out what's inside of us, what makes us tick, because you don't have it. And I mean, I'm not trying to criticize, I'm just saying, say truthfully, we love animals. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. The animals that live on a deer farm, in my opinion, are the luckiest animals in the world, because they have people like Holly and the girls here at Blue Creek to take care of them day after day. So the way I see it, you're dead wrong, but I appreciate the note on Facebook. And if y'all have a question or comment for me, you can get it to me on Facebook, or you go to my website and just hit the Connect with Keith button. Janet, I'd like to take you to a deer farm someday.
I love working at Blue Creek because it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of life, and it's something that I'm passionate about. You know, I don't just see these deer as just animals, you know, they're like my babies, and I get to tend to them and keep them happy and healthy. And as far as my Blue Creek family, we call each other family because we're not just co-workers, you know, we're in this together every single day, day in and out, the good and the bad.
All right, so is this the Big Sur brother?
It is.
And he's a yearling?
Full brother yearling.
Okay, now you say full brother. Explain what that means.
It means he's wasn't born at the same time as him.
Yep.
But he has the same mama and the same daddy.
Okay, so look at that deer. I mean, he's beautiful. I mean, compared to the way Big Sur was at one, I mean, you've got some pictures of Big Sur that I know that when he was one of a mount of his. And I mean, Big Sur was something special, but I like this deer better because he's cleaner.
He's very clean.
I mean, that's a beautiful deer. And he was born here?
He was.
Okay, so you still have his mama?
We do.
Oh, that's cool. And keep in mind, as you're looking at this deer right here, the mom is really where the power comes from. I mean, clearly the bucks, everybody wants to look at the bucks. Big Sur, Big Sur, Big Sur. They want to talk about that. But the truth of the matter is, and any deer breeder knows, that the power is going to come from the bottom side. And so that's really what you're trying to do at this point. You're really trying to step up the game and kind of change kind of the way that you've been doing things, right?
Right.
And so with going with with quality genetics, just take a look at that deer right there. I mean, there's no need to even use the binoculars on him. He is beautiful. I mean, I like the way that his frame looks and all, and we'll show you the pedigree, and you'll be able to see the strength of Big Sur and then the strength of this deer here. As far as the name goes, what is it?
To be determined.
To be determined. That's a pretty decent name. And so you're going to come out with a name.
We are, very soon.
Okay. All right, so by the time this show airs, I mean, this deer right here that you're looking at is going to have a name, but right now I can tell you he's got the wow factor for a yearling. He's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, well, he's a good-looking deer for sure, but there's another buck out here that a lot of people are talking about in the industry. His name is Revenant.
Yes.
And what, he's a 4-year-old?
He's 4.
All right, let's go take a look at him then.
Let's go.
Man, that's a good-looking deer right there, though.
If you're in Texas and interested in becoming a deer farmer, you can contact me for deer farming franchise opportunities right here in Texas at deerandwildlifestories.com.
Yeah, that's the man right there. Look at him now. And how old is he?
He's 4 this year.
Okay, so tell me about him pedigree-wise.
He is Kid Rock on Triple X's dam.
Whew, that is strong.
It is strong.
And you bought him?
We did.
Okay.
We bought him as a 2-year-old.
Okay. And so I'm assuming you've been using him to breed?
We have.
Or
so this
cover
year,
buck or what?
Yes.
Okay, so you put him on some girls to finish them off just to make sure that they were bred.
My very best girls.
Okay, so let me ask you something. If somebody wanted to buy a deer, I know you sell adult deer, I know that. But what about fawns? How do you feel about selling fawns? Because if you've got some fawns out of him or some fawns out of, you know, out of any of your deer, would you sell fawns?
I'll gladly sell fawns, or we can keep them here. If you want to partner up on a fawn, we could do that too and house them here.
What about partnering up on a bigger deer?
Of course.
I mean, an older deer.
Of course, we love partnerships.
Okay, so let me tell you about partnerships. Partnerships are a way to, for a deer breeder like Holly to actually spread the risk out, okay? And it's an opportunity for you as somebody that would buy in as a partner to buy in at a less expensive rate and be able to participate in the profits on a deer. And so what you've got deer like this right here. You've got young guys. So you got the full brother to Big Sur. I mean, you got some great genetics out here that if you were interested in partnering up, what number they could reach you on?
They can call me at 979-578-6286 or email me at holly@bluecreekwhitetails.com.
Okay, and but you've got a pretty cool website too that
Yes.
you've got a lot of good information on it. So if they want to get a hold of you through the website address is?
www.bluecreekwhitetails.com.
Okay, so he's a 4-year-old, and what are your plans for him? How long are you going to keep him, you think?
As long as he lives.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So see, you know, that's another thing I want to point out too. As a deer breeder, most of the deer on a deer farm do not stay on the deer farm the rest of their life. Only the special deer, like that one right there. Now, tell everybody where these deer go.
Well, they'll go to other breeders, or they'll go to stock other high fence ranches.
That's pretty cool. Now, what I want to do, I know that you know, most deer farmers wind up, you know, everybody's got 1-year-olds, okay, and most of them are kind of reluctant about showing us their 1-year-olds, and there's a reason why. And when we get to the 1-year-old pen, I'm going to have Holly tell you why deer farmers are kind of reluctant to show you their 1-year-olds and really talk about them. But I kind of insisted because I think it's really important that you know. So let's head on out of here and take a look at some 1-year-olds.
Sounds good.
Okay, so how many yearlings do you have in here?
About 40.
Okay. Well, tell everybody, no, I'm going to tell everybody why it is that all these deer breeders are kind of reluctant to show you the yearlings. Every one of these 40 bucks, oh, there's a big one in there. There's one in there that I know is not a yearling, okay? We'll tell you about him in a minute, but let me finish this. Every deer breeder is concerned about the yearlings because it's like, you know, look at them. First off, all of them are phenomenal genetics. Every single one of them is phenomenal genetics, but some of them are bigger than others. And you think, why is that? The reason why is because the difference between 1 year of age and 2 years of age, tell them what happens.
A lot of inches.
And what'll happen is you can look at the worst guy in this pen, and you come back next year at this time, he could be the biggest guy by far. And the reason why?
That's usually how it happens.
That is how it happens. I mean, what'll happen, a lot of guys will wind up going look at a breeder pen or a pen of yearlings like this and go, you know what, I want that yearling right there. And I'm sure you'll sell a big yearling if somebody wants one. Okay, but the truth of the matter is he's a yearling. Give him until he's 2. Because he may have had a tummy ache, he may have been late born, he may just be a slow grower, just like kids are slow growers. You'll have some kids when they're 12 years old, big as a man. Other kids don't get big till they're 18 years old. Well, it's the same thing about a deer, but by the time he's 2, he's gonna tell you what he's gonna look like when he gets older. But I'm telling you right now, you've got some really nice yearlings, but tell me about that one. That could not be a yearling.
No, he's a 2-year-old.
Okay.
And I like to keep my 2-year-old breeders with yearlings so they don't have to work as hard to establish dominance.
Okay,
and
so
it gives them a little bit more room to grow.
Well, this is a big pen. It's a real big pen. So he's got plenty of room to move around. All of them do. But so he is the only 2-year-old in here?
Yes.
I mean, there's a couple of yearlings in here that are smokers.
They're pretty nice.
Somebody wants more information about coming out here, give them a phone number if they want to call you.
You can call me at 979-578-6286.
Now what I want to do, I want to show everybody your breeder bucks. I mean, the cover breeder bucks that you have used to cover. Like you said, 80% of these guys in this pen are out of AI, but 20% of them aren't. So let's go take a look at those 20%, and I want everybody to see what they look like, because more than likely, these guys, when they hit that age, these guys are going to be a whole lot bigger.
Sounds good.
The Deer Farming Channel is brought to you in part by New Dart, leading the industry in accuracy.
Okay, so these are your breeder bucks, actually cover breeder bucks.
Yes.
Okay, and so about 20% of the deer are probably covered by these guys. Boy, look at him. Golly, he's got big double drops, big, nice frame. Again, is he in the registry?
He is.
Okay.
His name is McDreamy.
What is it?
McDreamy.
Okay. And
He's
what's
a dreamy
his
buck.
He is a dreamy buck. What's his pedigree?
He's max dream on 2 wide on the judge.
Holy smokes, this is a good, solid pedigree. Okay, let's go ahead and leave from here. I want to see your 3-year-olds.
Let's go look.
Okay, now the 3-year-olds, folks, these 3-year-olds that we're going to see are what we call stalkers. Okay, now you tell everybody what a stalker is.
Stalker basically just gets released out into a high fence ranch.
And the reason for that is to improve the genetic quality on the ranch and to improve the value. Let's go look at them.
All right, let's go.
After you. So if you want to know what Holly does a lot of the day, it's this.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
She's
Get
on
a lot
the
of
phone.
voicemails.
Call Holly back.
Here we go. Hey.
Seriously,
Hey,
if you
come
want to know
out to
what
pin
a deer
28
breeder
right now, both
does
of y'all, if y'all
all
can.
day long, I mean, they're going to be in the pens,
Bye.
checking on deer and all, but they're going to do this. They're going to be on the telephone. Because what happens is you've got people calling from all over the country. They're saying, tell me about this buck, tell me about that buck, tell me what you got. And let's make an appointment to come out and see you. Seriously. I mean, that's what deer farmers do. I mean, I don't care where you are. If you're a successful deer farmer, you're going to be on the telephone like that all the time. So turn your phone off and let's get this show on the road.
It's off. It's gone.
Okay. These right here are stalkers?
Yes.
Okay. Take a look at that, folks. Stalker bucks. Okay, tell everybody how old they are and how many are in here and kind of what's going on with these guys.
There are about 40 bucks in here, and they're all 3 years old.
You know, these deer, if somebody has got a ranch, a high fence ranch in Texas, these deer could be moved immediately.
Yes.
At this point. I mean,
Yes.
people can call you and make a deal and say, look, I want that one, that one, that one. And some guys, I'm sure you've got some customers say, I'll take them all.
Yeah.
And how cool is that?
It's pretty great.
As you look at these, how many of these were born here?
All of them.
Every single one of them?
Every single one.
Okay, so as you look at these guys right here, I want to point something out. The does, the sisters to these guys right here, they're here too, right?
Yes, they are.
And so if somebody wanted to buy the sisters, I mean, if they want to stock the ranch, I mean, in all reality, I tell somebody, if you want to make a difference, if you got a high fence piece of property, you want to make a difference, yeah, you can buy a few deer and put it in there. But in reality, what you ought to do is, if you really want to make a big difference in your life, is to remove all of them. Now, I mean, people go, all of them? Yep, 100%. And then call Holly, call a reputable deer breeder that's got unbelievable deer like this, and stock them, not just with the bucks, but with the does, because the does are where the power is going to come from. And you wouldn't believe in 3 to 4 years, every deer is going to be like this, or better, every single one. Keep in mind, these are stalkers. You may think, well, are these going to just get released and shot? The answer is absolutely not. These are going to get released and bred and allowed to breed, and their offspring, and someday, yes, some of them may get hunted. But in reality, they're increasing the value of a piece of property, and it's so easy to do.
Absolutely.
It really is. So if somebody wants to come out here and see your deer here at Blue Creek, give them a telephone number.
You can call me at 979-578-6286.
And when you come out here, I want you to see the dream team. I mean, these girls, I'm not kidding you, y'all really have got it going on. I mean, you've got a wonderful crew. I mean, they're driving down here right now, and these girls are like, I mean, they're on it every day, all day. I mean, I tell everybody, they're 8 days a week out here. I mean, they are tough. And so anyway, when it comes to coming out here and taking a look at some deer, you won't just meet Holly, but you're gonna meet the rest of the dream team right here at Blue Creek Whitetails. My name's Keith Warren. You've been watching Deer and Wildlife Stories. And if you're not watching online, you can go to our website where you can watch all of our programs 24/7. Thanks for watching.
No.
Yeah.
Was that okay?
That was good. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Was that? Are you okay with him pulling
Oh.
up in the end? Like
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Because you ought to roll some of this. You ought to roll on some of this, guys. I'm gonna walk over there. No, wait a minute. Where are y'all going?
Come here to me.
Come here. Come here.
told you I was done for the day.
You're not done for the day. You're not done until you're not done. You're supposed to. You're not done. You're never done. Okay, you're a deer farmer. You're never done. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, these girls right here. This is the dream team right here at Blue Creek Whitetails, and I want you to give them a call because these are 3 tough girls, and if I ever got in a bar fight, I want them on my side, including this knucklehead right here. She may be small, but she's tough. Y'all are good.
Thanks.
Y'all are real good. This is a group hug.
Group hug.
What? Now what is this?
Two-pack.
Okay.
My name is
I want to
Keith
ask you a
Warren.
question. Yeah, my name is what?
My name is Keith Warren.
And my name is Keith Warren. So, there used to be an old TV show like that, but that was before y'all were born. So that's an old thing.
Way back when.
Way back when. So, I'm Keith Warren, and thanks for watching Deer and Wildlife Stories. I'm the luckiest guy in the world.